and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB. Remember to like and subscribe to the official Magic the Gathering Arena YouTube channel. Guess what? Standard is a thing, and you can play it all summer long, but you should be mindful of how you spend your wild cards as we approach rotation coming up actually very soon in early August. Rotation is going to take 4 sets out of Standard: Innistrad, both of the Innistrads, Crimson Vow and Midnight Hunt, Kamigawa, and the Streets of New Capenna. But don't worry, if you're looking for a deck to play as we await that rotation that will not make you use any of your wild cards in vain, so that all these cards remain legal in Standard, I have a rotation-proof Dimir tempo mid-range strategy for you today. This deck only loses a little bit of optimization in the mana and a little change in the counterspell suite, where Make Disappear becomes the new spree card, Phantom Interference. They do a lot of the same thing, and in some cases Phantom Interference is even better, as you can make a 2/2 spirit that lets you draw cards when you have a Gix Yawgmoth Praetor on the battlefield. So that's really fun. On top of that, we lose Shipwreck Marsh. If you've already crafted that particular land for the mana base, you should continue using it. It's a very good land. But if you haven't crafted it yet, don't craft it now. It will rotate very soon, and instead we have a combination of Restless Reef and Undercity Sewers to keep our mana nice and functional. You can also use Otawara Soaring City and Takanuma Abandoned Mire in your mana base if you've already crafted one, but do not craft those for Standard now. Those two very essential and very awesome lands will be rotating in August. The rest of the deck has all kinds of threats that keep the opponent on their toes, none of which will be rotating. Liliana comes from Dominaria, which will be the last and oldest set in Standard upon rotation. Lord Skitter comes from Eldraine, Gix, and several other cards like Go for the Throat come from Brothers War, and we have new cards from Outlaws of Thunder Junction, like Vladimir, New Blood, and Hostile Investigator. These vampire rogue and ogre detective rogue creatures give you various crimes. Hostile Investigator committing crimes and getting value. Vladimir getting very large and strong. It's a new 2-drop, but a strong one that I've gotten up to like a 10/10 in a few testing games. So I look forward to showing you that. This can compete on current ladder. You can probably get to Mythic if you master this deck. It has a lot of powerful cards and a lot of cool decisions to make. So I'll show you how it works. Let's dive in. Let the nonsense begin. Big Kitty, Jitmir. Let's see what you've got. On the play, tapped lands. Tapped lands are hurting us a little bit, but that's okay. It's not the end of the world. Let's get the Reef, because I'm not sure what I want with the Sewers yet. If I draw 2 lands in a row, I'll want a spell. If I draw no lands, I'll want not a spell. Okay, give him the Bat. What you got there? Oh my goodness, everything dies. Okay, great. So what's going to kill the Bat on curve is the Go for the Throat. Let's take that. It looks like it's the Abzan all removal outrageous robbery deck. Up the Beanstalk, a key card. Get him. Having Tidebinder available is good. Duressing the March. I'm pretty sure they're going to march this Bat to get the Go for the Throat, etc. But I think what we have to do is take the outrageous robbery at some point. Our cards are good, but I don't think we have to do it now. I think we can get these Sewers played, make sure we don't draw more lands, and play a tempo game. Maybe we take the Deadly Cover-Up and tempo them that way. Now they have enough to march the Bat. We'll give them another target. Maybe they'll take it. What is the Tidebinder going to do? Just be a flash threat? It would appear so. In that case, keep getting our Surveil on. Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That can counter the Cover-Up. That was kind of the missing piece as we figure out what to do with the Duress. So they have a Go for the Throat. We're just gonna keep playing some flashy fishies and get our damage. Surely they have to kill something here. They might try to rob me instead. Let's see how they respond to a duress. All right, they've just top decked some lands. If we take the robbery here, they're just left go for throating one of our creatures. And I still think the interference will get the deadly cover up. They're at 12, so we just need to make them act before their 7th land drop. So yeah, that works. We'll take the robbery, cut off their options. They're still holding their go for the throat. We could... Okay, they just go for the cover up. No. That's a big no. And let's push. Let's push all the way. Milia. Ooh, we hit a lot of stuff. They're down to 1. They could play a Sunfall. They could play another cover up. And the Reef will finish the job. And that's how you get them with Flash. Because I flash stuff. I should time that better. On the play. Bat, Fairy, Throats. Game. Let's start with the Reef. I'm not sure what my Surveil. Do I want another land or not? If I draw one more, I definitely don't. How about another go for the throat? Okay. Let's get a look at this hand with the bat. They have a Restless Vinestalk. What is going on? Rise of the Varmints. Huh? 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 What's happening here? I take the Planeswalker. I'm not sure what's going on. X21, where X is the number of creatures in your graveyard. Yeah, I take the Planeswalker. What is happening? Someone be cooking. Me? I just draw the same cards all day. Consistency. Arena. Arena. What are you doing? What are you doing, Arena? Get that out of here. Let's just say we have enough of them. The awkward part is showing this to my opponent. They know. They're like, okay. They get their Jace back. That's nice. They drew a twin shot sniper? Hey, these cards. What are these cards? Okay, they miss on the land. They have a Devilish Valet with a plotted Rise of the Varmints. Oh, I kind of see what they're doing. I kind of see what's going on. There's a plan involved. And our hand is not quick. Also, missing lands. That's a thing. Prowler. That's another mill effect. And they get back a mountain. Let's keep trying to go fast. I think this is an opponent we want to race. Tidebinder is interesting. Not even sure exactly what we're doing with that. Yeah, do not respond with this go for the throat. We have to race our opponent. Wow. Yes. Please do that. 100% do that. Triggers. Hey, the lands we were missing. Plot. I can't tidebind a plot? Guess not. We have to race. So we have to play this without actually stopping something with it, and that's okay, because we have to race. Get them to 6. Take their ill-timed explosion with our bat. Okay, they have no ill-timed explosion. I'll take their Jace. They can Rise of the Varmints, and this can give a lot of them haste, but I don't think I'm dead to that, right? They play another farmer. I mean, let's see. Am I dead to Bitter Reunion Rise of the Varmints? Okay, they've got a lot of mill here. But they're not hitting that many creatures. This is for 5. Uh-huh. Yes. Attack all. I will eliminate a farmer. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 plus 10, 14. 6 health. Easy does it. The opponent would have had to leave back 3 blockers to not die there because of the 2 go for the throats. I was confident they weren't going to do that. They went for the full send. They didn't quite make it. Our opponent goes first. Well, we start the game on turn 2. Try to make good choices. Is it blue-white control? It might be blue-white control. We have 4 Mirrors. We have some counter spells. We've got a lot of good stuff against blue-white control. Let's play this bat. They don't have a No More Lies, but they might have a response. We're going to exile a card to march the bat. Wow. 2 No More Lies and a Jace. They'll have the No More Lies online next turn. So it becomes a question of, what do you want to get countered? Or do we have a staring match? I'll start with Dimir. And our opponent is going to plot, I believe, to play the Jace and put a minus on this, but that will let us resolve a Lord Skitter. Oh, we keep a Tidebinder. Yes, we do. They might use the demo field, though, to keep us from having that Tidebinder. And they do. They want the Reef gone. We have 4 Mirrors, 4 Reef. We have a lot of ways to pressure them with our lands. I think that will come up a lot in this game. Going to be patient. How do we want to play around No More Lies? Do we want to hit our land drops and try to resolve our cards later, or do we want to get them to use them now? Well, with a Mirrors and no more Demolition Field, I think the plan is to take it slow, which is both their game plan, but also my expertise. Oh, that's a good draw. That's got to be one of their best draws, but we will let that resolve. I mean, if I were to top deck, like if I could stack my deck and draw 1 card in that unknown spot, it would be Memory Deluge. But we don't use the interference because we need to use the interference to protect our board or create a flash threat at some point in the future. Now is not the time for it. Combat. If they found another Memory Deluge, it's not that much worse. Let's take our time. Let's save the duress for the right moment, right before they'd be able to play a Sunfall backed up by a No More Lies. They're going to get lost. Vodmir, that's fine. I like maps. Maps are card advantage. This is fine. At least they didn't have another Memory Deluge. Deluge. I pronounce it correctly every time somehow. It's kind of impressive. Are you not entertained? Cut down. We go for the Gix, and they No More Lies. And then they No More Lies again. How do we feel? Ouchied. That's a technical term. I'm going to duress them now. Let's start the party. They can't really use No More Lies on it. I get a 2-for-1 out of my duress because I pay for 1 of them. They're going to slam a Wandering Emperor and let the shields down. Do we need to counter that Wandering Emperor? I think they're going to make a 2-2. I'm not afraid of the 2/2 because I have the cut down, and Lord Skitter is going to get rid of this, and we want to save this for the Sunfall. So okay, you know they're going to draw that Sunfall.
I am the Emperor.
Here's the 2/2. 2 Jaces, 2 No More Lies. I mean, double Jace is a potential win con of its own, but No More Lies is the card we're trying to play around right now. That said, we're playing around it rather successfully. Give me one of the Jaces. Cut down the token. Play Lord Skitter. Let's also get ourselves some map action. Thank you. Make this rat. Exile the memory. It's all falling apart for our opponent. Unless they top deck Sunfall right here, in which case we are sad. E? E? They've lost complete board control. They're doomed. It's over. They just don't know it yet. If I play this Gix, I think they have to double No More Lies it, and then they still take a bunch of damage. It's a 2-for-1. I lose the Gix, but it is a 2-for-1. It takes all their mana for their turn, so whatever they were holding their mana for, they don't get to do. Once again, they might just top deck Sunfall. But maybe I'm luckier than that. And even if they do Sunfall here, we rebuild really well. Murex, Reef, Interference, Dimir. They didn't draw the Sunfall. They didn't do it. I surveil. Lethal surveil. I don't blame them one bit. That was a hell of a setup. Also, let me review something really quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. If we power up the Reef and back it up with Phantom Interference, it will take like a perfect card to get them out of lethal damage. On the play. It's kind of slow. We don't have a 2-mana creature, but that's okay. Maybe we'll find one. I don't know if I need this cut down or not. This is a trick question, and I don't like it. But cut down's good against so much of the meta. Let's keep it. I mean, it's something like 80% creature decks. Surely this won't be a control deck. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Hold. So reactive. Novice Inspector. Okay. This is fine. Well, if they have the Gleeful Demolition, that's what we really want to counter with the Phantom Interference. So let this happen. It's just a little scry. Nothing to scry about. Here comes the Gleeful. They always have it. 100% always. All right. Get him. Shut that down. Too strong. Not allowed. Let's get our crime machine on board. Do I cut this down now? Yeah, we cut it down now. Don't let them untap with it. Don't let them put its ability on the stack. Don't let them use it for Convoke. Get rid of it. Be done with it. Very sus attack here. What? They play Witch Stalker Frenzy? Okay. I mean, they spent their turn doing that. Let's attack them from a value standpoint. Nice. Basically got 2 creatures. Frontliner. Anything else? Nothing else. The bat. I love the bat. Get him. The reinforcements have arrived. So what's your last card? Knight Errant? I will take that. Let's start attacking them. We have to close the game. They take 4. So they're hoping to draw a way to make all these hit harder. See if they can do it. Our deck is deceptively good in a race, even when it looks like we're a little bit behind. The life points from the bat add up. The flash creatures often show up. So, do I use Go for the Throat? It could really swing the race. I think that's more important. Swinging the race is more important right now than a card. We've got a Pixie. So I'm glad we got rid of the Resolute Reinforcements. That will return the Inspector. Now they can block the bat. Don't like that. They fall to 10, and we pass. Pixie was a good draw. Can't counter the Inspector. Let them make a clue. Uh-oh, they're touching cards. Did they really draw another Knight Errant of Eos? That would be insane. My God, they did. Oh my lord. Well, their sequencing was interesting. If we draw an interference here, we can counter this. We do not. But we can counter that trigger. Unfortunately, there's still a 4/4 over there. Ooh. Don't know if you want to attack against the bat when you're behind on life. We draw a second bat. Let's stay aggressive. Forcing them to block eventually is probably our best chance here, as we have drawn way more lands, twice as many as they have. Get another Pixie. Murex is ready. Close game. I think they're favored though. Although getting rid of the Tidebinder might be awkward for them. We can still keep sending it in, and their Pixie has to stay back or the bats go in. Did they just draw another one? Their third one? That would be insane. Please stop. That's probably game. That is very insanely lucky. And I am quite tilted. I am quite upset by this. All right, what could we draw here? We're a mid-range deck. How about a land? You know, how about a land? I think I've had enough. I've had enough of that. I'm gonna go lick my wounds. Hi, opponent. I don't know you, but I need to take out my frustrations of the previous game. So I'm sorry, you have to die. I know you're on the play. I know you probably also wanna like do your thing, but I've got to demolish you. I have no choice. It must be done. In other words, draw. No, you're playing the deck I'm playing, really? Yeah, you are. We could have been friends. I can probably navigate the spell pierce. Let's take the cut down. Man, going second is going to be rough unless they miss land drop. Okay, they top deck another 2-drop. Gross. I mean, I can't get rid of... I can't remove this, right? I have to save my Go for the Throat for the Gix or the Shieldred. Either one of those can take over the game. Tapped land. They play Malcolm now? They're afraid of a counterspell, I guess? That's weird. And they start getting value off Lazav. So if we play Liliana, the Malcolm will kill Liliana. If we play Gix, the Malcolm will trade with Vladimir. And then they play a Gix? No. Maybe they play a Shieldred. That's like the best case scenario for us, is if them playing a Shieldred here, I think. What about commit a crime, take their spell pierce, then we have a 3/3. They can't keep attacking. Go for the throat. Go for the throat still has to take Gix or Shieldred though to be good. Liliana's looking really bad. Maybe Liliana has to make them discard. Attack Liliana, kill Liliana, play this, go for the throat. We still don't have a Gix on the board. Oh my goodness. This is really tough. I think I have to double spell them now and just get Vladimir as large as possible. They hit a tapped land. Okay. You go for Gix, you bet. So if these are both on the ground, I'm okay, right? Because Vladimir is going to be huge. As long as they don't draw removal. This is very close. They might have their own Lilianas. Let's play out the Mirrex. Now we don't have an answer to the Shieldred, but all I have to do is make them discard it. Whenever you sack a clue, it becomes a copy, though. That's bad. Because it can become a Shieldred, trade with the Vladimir. I have to do this. And they're going to give up the Gix so they can play the Shieldred. I have to somehow get the Liliana to kill the Shieldred now, or I have to top deck a Go for the Throat. Because Shieldred can and might take over this game. Oh! I'm back, baby! I'm so back right now. Okay. Let's go! Big menace, big lifelink, card draw. Oh! See? Rebounding, pain, and suffering led us to this. That's a crime. Sorry, Liliana.
I'm done here. Sorry, I'm not interested in
Getting rid of Liliana is a crime. Let's be real. How about another crime? Oh my gosh. Take 10. I'll draw 2. When it swings our way, it swings really hard.